My original leveling guide for beginners called the Do's and Don'ts in SWTOR, or the way we will be calling it from now on, version 1, was very well received and accepted. It is time for version 2, or should I say version 4.0 plus? This guide is adapted to everything that has been changed and introduced with patch 4.0 and going forward in Knights of the Fallen Empire. Just like in the previous guide, I will tell you a few simple and not so simple tips to guide you on your path to higher levels, while also learning the game and the role of a new player or someone who hasn't invested much time discovering the little details and tricks. If you encounter some familiar tips and suggestions from the first guide, please note the game is still Star Wars The Old Republic, it is still the same MMO. I know, you may start trolling me about how the solo part Bioware is introducing is turning it into the single player game. Greetings from Bulgaria, my friends, I'm still Volk and this is SWTOR Basics. Let's begin. Do start the game from the very beginning. SWTOR's classic storylines for each of the 8 available characters are incredible and very deep. Now that we are halfway through Knights of the Fallen Empire, at the time of recording this video, we have already seen how important it is for someone to have played the origin stories of the classes. There are constant hints and throwbacks. It might be a single story suitable for all, but the characters we meet, the companions that return or don't, the unique dialogues, they all bring a whole new level of personal attachment and experience of playing these chapters. It may not matter much if you decide to kill or save this character for the main plot of the storyline, but Bioware created the chapters in a way that will make these decisions matter for you. They will have impact on you, and that's something not easily achievable. Every time you're about to cast someone off, kill someone, or make an important decision, you stop and think, how will I feel after I click 1, 2 or 3 and make my choice? You won't often care about the decision's importance to the story, present, future chapters and so on, no. You will be worried about your own conscience and that's awesome. Don't start right away from level 60. That's not the first time I am advising you to do this, it's been mentioned in quite a few videos I've published before. Even if you don't care much about what I said just now, consider this. The game has a beginning, which is long in the past now, 4.5 years ago, a present and a future. Don't skip the most important part in everything's life, the beginning. Start your own adventure from level 1, save yourself the money from that token, or if you got it for free with your subscription, save it for later usage, then you will be happy. Starting from 1 will help you learn better the world of Star Wars The Old Republic. It will teach you of what the game is about. It will allow you to fully experience the real power of this MMO, its story aspect. Well, it's not the end of the world, if you scratch this advice completely and ignore my words, but I secretly hope that one day you will indeed go back, play all the 3 original chapters from level 1 to level 50 on your favorite class, come back to this guide and tell me, I loved the beginning, man, you were right to advise us to do so. Do visit the vendors on the fleet every 4 or 8 levels to upgrade your gear. The game throws at us an insane amount of resources, especially if you're a current subscriber. Those are the crystals, the crystals. And when you add to this fact the companions no longer requiring gear, but they scale automatically with your character's level, you're about to begin wondering, what the hell do I do with all the damn crystals that I earn from questing? Don't craft mods while leveling. The crafting was kind of made obsolete now after patch 4.0, specifically for leveling that is, and even more after patch 4.1. It is much better to gather and save your crafting materials for when you reach higher levels or even maximum level. When you clear up your mind as to what type of a career you want to pursue in endgame, then you can choose your crafting and gathering skills much easier. As I said already, during leveling and also at 65, you will never have hard time gathering the 3 types of crystals usable for purchasing the basic non-set gear parts for your endgame entry level gear. Bioware made all gathering skills scale up every time you pick up something from the ground next to you, making the farming process much quicker and simpler. All nodes or on all planets will now give you adequate level of experience and help you grind through the tiers. Do look at planet vendors and GTN for outfits. That is if you care about your character's appearance, of course. These NPCs sell for credits or special tokens, which you can acquire through quests, such as the Bounty Hunter vendor attached to the Bounty Hunter monthly event, for example. Don't needlessly spend all of the cartel coins you earn here or there, just because you have them. You never know when Bioware might release the next best outfit or item that perfectly fits your character. Do level up mostly through quests. It won't hurt if you do the daily PvP missions, and of course it can only help if you do the Flashpoint quests, especially now that they all have a solo mode and they were all part of the big story. But please remember that the quests are the best way to level, not because they are quickest, but because they are the most entertaining one. If you're a subscriber, the game will make your leveling and overall experience a lot easier, but subscription is absolutely optional and it will not hurt your experience if you only care about creating and living in your own Star Wars adventure. Don't level only through heroics, flashpoints or PvP. Level sync was introduced with 4.0 and it's something great, but I always had a feeling it's designed for the more experienced players, those who have already played through most of the content years ago. Out of the three things I mentioned a moment ago, the PvP model of leveling is fun, but it is included as a don't, because if your goal is to level, you will get nowhere near a completion relying just on PvP. It's so much fun playing the low beast and mid beast though. I strongly recommend you do not completely avoid PvP at low levels, but also don't join war zones before you reach a reasonable level. Entering the battlefield at level 10 or 12 is no fun, I can guarantee you that. You lack many of the abilities of your class still, and my personal recommendation is to start joining PvP games after level 20-ish or so. It's a lot more fun when you earn a few extra abilities so you don't have to spam strike or whichever your class's most basic ability is all the time. Let's jump back to the heroics again. They're efficient. At later levels they start rewarding you with more and much desired rewards, mostly related to building your alliance, which is part of Fallen Empire after level 60. But they're all quick, simple and basic quests that can easily be soloed by most players and classes. In fact, soloing them is the quicker way. All these make them become incredibly boring very quickly, and the last thing I'd like to see a new player getting bored of the game, because they approached it the wrong way. Star Wars The Old Republic is not about farming. There are only a handful of us left now who truly care about collecting everything everywhere all the time. And even we started slowly, or at least I did, just enjoying the vast world filled through the roof with annoying NPCs and all kinds of characters and companions that you do not wish to skip or avoid because they have wonderful stories to tell you. I'm sure I didn't exhaust all the possible tips I could or perhaps I should have shared, but well, one day we may come to a version 3 of this guide. Thank you very much for reaching the end of the guide. I hope you have found interesting information inside. You know how to let me know if you enjoyed it or not. While doing so, don't forget to leave a comment and explain why you found it good or bad. And well, while you're writing that comment already anyway, might as well add to the guide your own tips and suggestions. I was Volk from Volk.com. Don't forget to visit my website for more videos like this or watch them directly on my YouTube channel. Thank you guys, see you next time, bye bye. Thank you for watching, I hope you have enjoyed the video. If so, click the like button and help me out. Also leave a comment and let me know what you think. Visit my website Volk.com for daily videos and news, and stay in touch by following me on Facebook and Twitter. To help me improve and expand, consider becoming my patron with a small monthly pledge.